put this probably, I don't know. Hold on. I don't know what to do. Oh, my eye. My eye. My goodness. Why am I not having any ideas right now? This is kind of bad. This is kind of bad. I'm pretty sure I have, hold on. I'm pretty sure I have unfinished stuff. Literally goes through all my stuff. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, no, we might be cooked. Might just be cooked. You know what? Fine. We're just gonna go for it. We're just gonna do it. Yep. Just gonna do it. Cause I literally, I don't know. My God. I need to stop being a chud. I really should stream more often. My goodness. Actually, you know what? Hold on. I will use those as reference. And I'm gonna change the background so it doesn't flashbang people. Oh, my eye. My eye again. Jeez. Ah. Okay. I'm fine. Okay. I think we're good. This is gonna look really weird, I feel like. But I'm just gonna go with it. Because why not? Why not? Why not? My eye hurts so bad. I don't like that. I don't like that either. Oh my gosh. Low-key, I should play video game. But I don't want to. Me when I have games downloaded but I don't play them. I don't know why I don't. I could play Doki Doki. You know what? I should make a thumbnail for that. I really should. Oh my God. I'm restraining myself from drawing Doki Doki Literature Club. Cause I haven't drawn Monica, Yuri, and Natsuki in like forever. So yeah. like if I were to draw them now, it'd definitely look way better. I have like an old drawing of them from like years ago. And it would be so much fun to draw them again. Oh my god. Okay, I kind of wish I had I wish I had Bluey episodes playing right now. Like, I feel like that's my version of brain rot, is just watching Bluey. Except Bluey's actually a good kids show. I remember when it first came out and everyone was like, oh my gosh, it's so woke. And I don't care because I like the show about the silly dogs. Hello, welcome. Don't mind me, I'm literally just yapping about Bluey. I don't have very much to talk about. Well, that's a lie. That's a lie. I do. Just depends on what it is. Pretty much. Bro, I watch Bluey with my niece like all the time. And I feel like the reason why a lot of people are scared to say that they like Bluey is because it's a kid's show. But at the same time, like, there's stuff that you can take into account at, like, if you're an adult. Because there are, like, some moments in the show that are real and that parents can relate to, or, like, just adults in general. Like, a lot of the show makes sense. And I feel like you can watch it no matter how old you are. I don't believe people should be bullied for watching Bluey. I think that that would be dumb. But, you know, maybe that's too woke of me. Maybe I'm the woker, actually. Also, sorry if I sound bad, because guess what? It's been weeks and I still don't have a mic. So, yeah, that's a thing that's happening. I should play Animal Crossing some more. I did, and I bought an amiibo for a specific character, and I kind of miss them now, and I don't know. I miss my little Animal Crossing characters, even though my Animal Crossing island looks like absolute dookie balls. There's a Bluey movie? Oh my god, if there's a Bluey movie, I definitely gotta see it. Oh my goodness. Also, I think I did, I think me and my family, we saw like the first two Angry Birds movies when they came out. I don't know about the newest ones, but we did see the original two, and those were pretty decent. Remembering what I'm doing, because sometimes I forget when it comes to clothing. I forget how it works, but it's okay. I swear I should make a list of like all of the fandoms that I know, or all of the fandoms that like I've ever been in, because there's so many. Like I can't list them like all out at once because there's literally so many, and I have a habit of forgetting things that are like shows that are really important to me because like it just isn't the first thing to come up in my brain. Like a lot of the time I'll forget to mention that I like Fairy Tale. Aw, dang, don't do that. Don't do that, no. Like, I'll forget to mention that I like Fairy Tale, Specifically Pokemon Sun and Moon. But I also remember watching the show version of it and being disappointed because I don't even think my favorite character was really like in the anime version a whole lot. And it makes sense because he's not like a particularly like a big character to the plot, but I kind of feel like he is, and it just makes me sad because I'm like, man, I just want to see him more. That feeling when your favorite character is a side character and you literally only see them like maybe once every few episodes. Like that's literally how I feel a lot of the time. Also, yeah, feel free to draw alongside me. This is kind of gonna be boring. Um Not very much to yap about. Um I have heard a lot of things about conventions though. Like I need to go to a convention again. I need to go to conventions again. Cause like I haven't been to one in like I think like 2 years now. 2, maybe 3. And I need to go. I need to get I need but I also have to find a job and stop being a chud. Like when I say art is the only thing that I do, I literally mean it. Like I don't do anything else. And it's not because I don't want to, because I've had like several jobs. Several as in 4. Um which I guess compared to a lot of other people it's not a lot. Um but yeah, it's not because I don't want to, it's just because a lot of the times jobs are really interesting and I don't tend to like the environment, and also I don't really pick up on social cues very well, because of course I don't. Okay. Uh, I low-key want to draw Fallon from Dungeon Meshi, but I can't. I can't. I must work on things, on other things. Speaking of Fallon, I love her so much, but I never draw her. I literally never draw her. I haven't drawn Dungeon Meshi stuff since I believe it came out as an anime adaptation. And apparently season 2 is coming out in 2027, so like next year. Which is cool, and I can't wait. And I want to be one of the first people to see it because I will explode when I do. Freaking love Dungeon Meshi. Even though I haven't finished it. And I try not to get spoiled on these things. Like, I try so hard not to get spoiled on things like Deltarune, but when there's spoilers everywhere and nobody tags it as, like, spoilers, or, like, nobody has, like, spoiler warnings. So every time I see something, I'm like, oh, that looks nice. And then I find out it's from Deltarune, and I'm like, dude, be so for real. I just want to play the game. And I can't play the game because everybody keeps spoiling everything. So I can never play the game. Oh my goodness. Oh wait. No. 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 I'm stupid. Hold on. It is a jacket. I'm done. Oh my god. Me when I don't pay attention to my own art. And my eye is killing me. Like, I can't stand it right now. feel like that looks good. I don't know. Lucky I should go back and see if I can find childhood games that I used to want. Like, I believe there was I think it was Yoshi's Yarn World or something like that. And that was a game that I used to want to play. And I still would play it. Or I think I did play the demo for it, and the demo was really hard for me because I was like baby. And I was like, I mean, I still am very bad at video games. But I used to like, I would definitely just rage quit a game instead of playing it. And one thing I will say is I've definitely gotten better at not doing that, because I think like a year or two, no, it was definitely more than I think 2 years ago. I had gotten Undertale, and I was like, do I want to do the Asriel fight? And I kid you not, it took me at least 15 tries to do the Asriel fight, and I did it all in one sitting. Because yes, why not? I also need to stop sitting like a shrimp, but I keep doing it. Low-key, low-key, I have thumbnails that I've already made, but I don't really know what I want to play next. Like, I don't know if I want to play Doki Doki, which would require me to draw another thumbnail, or if I want to do Dead Plate, because I just finished the thumbnail for that today. So I've been debating on whether or not I want to play that. I think, what did I say, like Friday, I think? Yeah, Friday. Does that look weird? Am I dumb? I don't know. We're just gonna keep going. Everything's on sale on Steam, and I can't get it. I can't get anything. All of the Persona games are on sale, bro. Like, I've never played Persona a day in my life, and I think that's one of the only games I'm not really spoiled on. And there's only, I think, like 2 or 3 Persona games that I want to play, and it's Persona 5 Royal, and Persona 3 Overload. Those are like the 2 in my wish list. I think there might be another one, but I don't know. And then also the Yakuza games. Like, I want to play the one with Goro. It's the pirate one, and I think it looks hilarious. And I need it. I need to play that so bad. Oh my goodness. Can I draw pants? Please, one time, just one time, just one time. Pants are not hard to draw, I swear. I'm sitting here struggling for no reason. Huggy Wuggy, eating a you know what? That might be the topic of the stream. Hold on. I think I can put this on pause for Huggy Wuggy. Hold on, actually. Hold on, wait. I have a special thing just for that. Okay. Ignore that. I keep accidentally leaving that as the saved one. We're not gonna talk about it. Okay. I can't remember. I can't remember whose playthrough of. Okay, give me a second. Water. I can't remember whose playthrough of Poppy Playtime Chapter 5 I saw. Again, I keep getting confused on whether it's Chapter 5 or Chapter 6. Because, there's just a lot of them. But it's not as bad as Ban Ban, so I won't... Okay. I have a lot of things to say. So I guess we'll start from like the beginning, as in like a summarization, sort of. Gotta look up Huggy Wuggy, guys, because I forget what he looks like, even though he shows up like all the time. In the game. He has a very weird looking body. Okay. So I don't remember whose playthrough I watched, but like when Poppy Playtime Chapter 1 came out, I was like, oh cool, we're gonna get a new mascot horror game. Was it a little janky? Yeah. Is Huggy Wuggy scary? No. But I still had what's the word? I still had hope for it. Like I was like, oh yeah, you know, like this is gonna be I can see it being very decent. And me saying all this isn't to say that Poppy Playtime is like the worst indie horror game, because there's a lot that are actually bad. I think Poppy Playtime in comparison is not the worst thing ever. But you know, it is like, as in recent times, it has disappointed me, kind of. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like Queso and Mark really summed it up. They really sum up how it feels to see the game in 2026 and be disappointed because you are expecting them to, like, change their strategy, I guess, for the game. I forget that his hands are like that. God. I'm special. Again, I've never drawn Huggy Wuggy a day in my life, so please bear with me. I'm literally struggling while I'm talking right now, because I'm like trying to focus on drawing Huggy, bro. But yeah, like I feel like they summed it up. Like, it's just really disappointing to see that we are 5 chapters in, and you don't know who the MC is. You don't know their name. You really don't know their ambitions. You don't know why they're there, other than like the weird message that I think that they said the prototype left for them. And I'm just like, okay, like I don't know. I just think it's kind of like, the note being a thing, I was like, okay, cool, that's fine. Like, having the prototype be the one to like lure the player to Playtime Co. I was like, that's fine, that's cool. You know, like they obviously didn't know, but they have no real reason to be there. And that's in addition to the fact that Poppy Playtime, I feel like, was one of the main horror games that brought into consideration the fact that most of these like settings, or like the settings of these games are in like, they have to be built all the way down into the pits of hell or something, because there's no way that this toy factory goes how many layers deep. I find that hard to believe, and that there's a whole ass Bioshock dome in Playtime and in Playtime Co. Like, and nobody questioned it, like. And I guess that they cover that up by saying that, oh, they just get killed before they can say anything, or like they just get paid off. And I'm like, so like paid into like silence. And I'm like, okay, but still, like, just absolutely nothing. Okay, no question on how this works or nothing. Okay. I do think that, like, I think I was talking about this like the other night to myself, of course, where I was thinking about things that they could have done, because I don't like hating on video games. It's not AI, so I feel like there's still something to be had with these sorts of games because they're not AI. That doesn't mean that you can't critique them, but it does mean that they were still made by human people. And that is at the base of everything what I care about. Um, so like when it comes down to it, like yeah, I'd prefer my shit to be made by people and not um robots with no sentience. Um, so yeah, having Playtime Kobe all the way in the depths was interesting. I think it's funny and wacky, like, you know, you just keep getting deeper and deeper into the factory, and it's basically like, when is this gonna end? Like, I think it's funny. It's not the worst thing, I don't think, that the game has done. Like, the worst thing for me, which is probably why I won't play it, is because of the puzzles. I know I'm dumb as rocks when it comes to puzzles sometimes, so, for Poppy Playtime to have really outlandish puzzles in like the newer chapters would definitely have me like I just stuck, probably for hours. And I don't want to waste time basically to I just don't want to waste time being like, man, this puzzle, bro. This puzzle, bro. Um cuz I've seen some of them and they are definitely not something I would get on my first try. Uh Props to the people who can and who do. Um, but even when I watched like, you know, like all the popular YouTuber people play the game, they struggled a lot with the puzzles. Especially I think in like chapter 3 and 4, I believe. Which, by the way, I think chapter 3 is decent story-wise. Um, I think it's pretty decent. I actually kind of like it. And one thing that I feel like a lot of people have said that I also agree with is that I wish that catnap would stalk you more often. Like, I wish that there were instances of, like, being able to spot catnap, like, okay, like, imagine you're in the square, you're in the Times Square, and you're going from, like, place to place. Imagine you've just come out of one of the places, like, I don't know, the house or whatever that the orphans lived in. Imagine you're coming out of there and you just see Catnap lurking in the bushes, watching you. Not doing anything, not saying anything, just looking at you. But when you move, Catnap also like runs away. Or not really runs away, but like sneaks away like really fast. Like imagine how scary that would be. And like you just see this like purple mass just like in the shadows watching you as you go from place to place and then like peeking through like windows or you know like you hear like I don't know like a meow or like heavy breathing. And I get that they do that in Home Sweet Home. That's what it's called, I think. Like they do that in Home Sweet Home, but I wish they would do that in like more areas of the game. And I also kind of wish that I wish that the places were more coherent because I don't think that there should be like back rooms that link to um each spot. Like I don't know how to word it, but I just think it's a little goofy to be like, okay, we're in one area. Now we got to take the special route to get inside this other area. And it looks really, really weird. And I'm just like, okay, I guess. Like, we're just going with that. But, like, I really do think that okay, slow down. I think the, um, the transition from chapter 2 to chapter 3 was good. I think the transition there was good. Um, they were doing something interesting with Mommy Longlegs. Um, I wish they would have left her up to interpretation until like the last minute, but it's fine. You know, it's okay if we like see her or whatever. Um, but you know, I do wish she was a bit scarier, but I understand that they're toys. They're meant to be kids' toys. That's fine. Um, I wish she did have more spider-like, more spider-like tendencies, or like more of a spider look to her. I think that would have been scary. Um, and I guess in terms of like storytelling in chapter 2, it's and I know I'm backtracking from chapter 3, but I'm trying to make my way. I'm very much I don't think I'm making much sense, but I'm just gonna keep going. I think the storytelling in chapter 2 was okay. I think it was good. Um, maybe not great, but it was okay. Um, I wish that we would have gotten a little bit more about the like main character though. Um, to at least know why they're there, instead of it just being Mommy Longlegs being like, "Oh, I know you," you know, like you used to work here, and it's like, okay, why? Why did I used to work here? Do you know my name? No? Okay. Um, like I wish that she would have like name dropped, um, like, you know, the main character's name. That would have been interesting. But, you know, maybe they're just saving it for chapter 6. I guess. At this point, we're kind of waiting for something. I don't know what it is, but we're waiting for it, I guess. Um, I do. I feel like chapter 2 isn't that scary. I think that's what I was getting at, is that chapter 2 isn't that scary, and I think the transition to chapter 3 made it that much more scary, and I wish it was scarier, which is why I was talking about Catnap actually stalking you more. I wish there were like footprints or something. Like you come out of one building and then you see footprints going into the building you're supposed to be in, because Catnap knows that that's where you're going, or like something like that. Like not even just that. It's like literally what I said earlier about him just watching you like go from place to place. Like that's so scary. Like um, in I guess in theory, or I don't know, but like just having your like big bad know where you are but not attacking you yet is, I guess, I don't want to say it's a part of like psychological horror, but it is like a horror aspect, I feel, that is definitely going unused in Poppy Playtime, because all these toys have been here for how long? Um, yeah, I don't think they'd want to be upfront about, you know, finding the player or whatever. I do feel like in chapter 3, the dog day scene, I was very sad because I saw Dog Day and I was like, oh my gosh, are we gonna do something with Dog Day? No. No, he just dies. And I was like, oh, okay. You know, it's not like I liked him or anything. You know, it's not like I've grown accustomed to Dog Day or anything. It's not like the whole point of the tape that they showed at the beginning of chapter 3 was about the smiling critters, you know, like, and Dog Day and Catnap are the only smiling critters that we ever see. So the only thing, like the only way that you can possibly find out or theorize what happened to the other ones is by listening to the tapes, which apparently are really hard to find, um, even for people who are like speedrunners and stuff, or by like their cardboard cutouts, which is, you know, where most of the theorizing part comes from, I think. His eyes aren't. Oh my god. Oh my god. Huggy. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry, Huggy Wuggy. Not me forgetting what I was saying. I practically start every sentence with oh my goodness. Yeah. Um, I really wish the Smiling Critters played more of a part in chapter 3. Like, imagine you're walking around like Playcare, and you're just finding the dead bodies of all of the, like, OG smiling critters. And, like, imagine you find the OG bodies of the smiling critters, like, you find the dead bodies of the OG smiling critters, and then you have, like, the mini ones, like, making shrines for them, or, like, crying, maybe even eating their remains, you know, like with Ron. You know, and the Automals, which I think are kind of dumb, and also just another, like, reused, low-key reused asset. I don't know what Mob Entertainment's doing for real. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Sorry, I was taking time to read what you guys are saying. Y'all are so funny. I guess I will do that, actually. Also, hello to anyone new who has joined. I'm literally just drawing Huggy Wuggy. I think that's what I'll do. I'll just do, like, drawing requests, because I don't really feel like doing anything serious right now. Because why would I? You know? Why be serious when you can not be serious? I think, is that good enough? is that a good enough event? I don't know. I don't know if that's a good enough event. It's something. Yeah. Back to what I was saying about chapter 3, and the smiling critters. I just wish that they were actually used more. Like, they seemed interesting to me, and I feel like a lot of that was just lost, and we only got to learn about Catnap. But, you know, like, we could have learned about Dog Day, you know, like, maybe Dog Day could have told us why Catnap didn't like him, and why the smiling critter split up. Like, we could have gotten that information, but, like, they were just like, nah, we don't got time for that. Kill him. His time is up. No more time. Like, I guess, you know, they didn't have the budget or something. Oh, I'm messing it up. I don't know why I'm so focused on the vent. I really don't know. I'm just, I don't know. I don't. I think this is cute, actually. This is adorable. Thank you to the person who wanted me to draw Huggy Wuggy eating a piece of pizza. Like this, I think it is so hilarious. Um, but yeah, chapter 3 overall, decent chapter. Had people's expectations and hopes high for chapter 4, and myself included. Um, and that's why when I saw Doughy, I was like, oh, cool. He's made out of dough, right? Play-Doh. Huh. I wonder how this is gonna, like, turn out. And then, you know, like, we find out that Doughy's made out of, like, 3 children. So I'm like, oh my gosh, is Doughy gonna turn into, like, an amalgamation during each, like, whenever one child takes over, Doughy's form shifts and changes into something else? Or, like, whenever Doughy gets angry or sad, Doughy changes into, like, a different being? But no, they didn't do that. He's just a big blob. And then he turns into a monster at the end. And it's like, do you get to save him? Nope. Nope. I wish that was an option. Like, I wish it was an option to save Doughy, because, like, imagine you save Doughy, and you go down and you meet, what's his face? Damn, what is his name? Because all I can remember is him saying the same thing over and over again, talking about some, I told you I'm not a hero. I don't even know your name, but I know your catchphrase before your name. Like, I don't. What? Oh my god. What's his name? God. I really did forget his name. Wait. I'm reading what you guys are saying again. Hold on. Sometimes I'll just start yapping. Give me a second. Okay. Womp, womp, womp. I know he is not playing Five Nights at Freddy's right now, bro. Oh, yeah, his name is Giblet. I deadass forgot his name, bro. And he's supposed to be like your main companion in the 5th chapter. I really, and like, you know it's bad when I forget, like, um, what their name is. Because, like, what a character's name is. Because I usually don't do that. Like, I'm usually able to remember all the characters, even if they got, like, crazy names or something. And it's just, like, it's crazy to be. Hold on. Let me see. Let me see if I can do that. Which, you know what? I can't keep switching topics. I can't. I gotta stay on Poppy Playtime for a minute. But yeah, you know, like, I feel like if you had the chance to not redeem, but like if you had the chance to save Doey, it would have been interesting. Because imagine you're taking Doey down with you, and he's obviously upset, he's crying, he's apologizing, he feels like, you know, it's his fault that he lashed out at you, which it is his fault that he lashed out at you. You literally did nothing as the player character. Like, what were you supposed to do? What were you supposed to do? When the prototype is killing everybody, what are you supposed to do? So yeah, I do think it's a little dumb for Doey to lash out at the player. But you know, that's a story. That's a writing problem. That they had. Um, and I wonder how Doey would react and how Giblet would react to seeing Doey. And I can just imagine Giblet being like, "Man, what happened up there? Where's everybody? Like what's going on?" And Doey's like the prototype, like he literally just like murked everybody. And then Giblet being like, "Oh shit, man, like we gotta hurry up then." And like I don't know, Giblet actually doing something question mark, because like when you watch someone, well, like, okay, I need to slow down again. When I've watched people play the game, they usually forget about Giblet and only like remember him when he pops up. I think right after what is it, right after Lily. And they're always like, "Where the fuck have you been? The entire game. Where have you been?" And yeah, I think if you're gonna introduce a character, don't just, I don't know, write them out of the entire game or write them out of most of the game. If you want them to be a character that people care about, like, don't just write them out of the entire game or out of most of the game. And it's obvious that they want you to care about Giblet because of the fact that he continuously says he's not a hero and is low-key kind of annoying. Like, I'll admit it, he is kind of annoying. And this is coming from somebody who did like Giblet initially. I was like, oh, he's kind of cute. And I like his design, I will say that. I do like Giblet's design. Um, but, you know, like, it is, and that's what makes me even more frustrated, is that, like, Giblet's design isn't bad, but we didn't need the Outimals. If we just had Giblet, and Giblet saying, like, oh, yeah, you know, like, I was one of the only, like, one of the only, like, real experiments of the Outimals because all the other ones failed. That would have been interesting. Like, imagine being the only one of your kind because all of the other experiments that were made in an attempt to make something like you failed, that would have been so cool. But no, Mob Entertainment was like, hell no. What do you mean, story? We don't need that. What do you mean you don't want us to introduce new characters and kill them off in like 5 seconds? Nah, nah. You guys want to see characters and see them die, right? Like, I swear. Like, I don't know what Mob's doing, bro. I really don't. But yeah, like, I really wish that you were actually able to make choices in Poppy Playtime, because you can't tell the player that something depends on the choices that they make when they're not able to make choices in the first place. Okay? And that's what I like about visual novel games, is that they give you options. They let you pick the outcome of the situation, right? And for a lot of indie horror games, they like to give you the illusion of having an option, and then they just don't give it to you. And I'm just like, okay, well, don't like pretend to give me the option of doing X thing when you're just gonna make me do Y. Because why? There's like no point if you're just gonna do the thing anyway. I think it's dumb, but you know, who knows? Maybe it's just me. But yeah, low-key, I kind of like I kind of like the Huggy Wuggy now. He's kind of growing on me. Oh my god. Oh, okay, hold on. Okay, there we go. It can be in the ring. There we go. All right. Thank you and hello. I had Hoppy. Oh my goodness, hold on. Hold on. I don't know. Wait. How about I just draw? How about I just draw them? You know, the smiling critters. I'll go with Hoppy first, I guess. Let me see. Cause I do forget what they all look like. I really do. Let's see. Oh golly. Golly gee. Yeah, that's about right. Okay. Okay. Alright. But yeah, so, like, imagine if you got to make choices in Poppy Playtime that actually affected what went down. Like, imagine what would have happened if you... Like, okay. There was no choice but to kill Mommy Longlegs, right? There was no choice but to kill her. Catnap... Yeah, same thing. The prototype would have probably killed Catnap anyway. But with Doey, I feel like there was a moment where you literally... They could have had the option to not kill Doey in that moment. But you kill Doey anyway. And I think that that's a little... You know, it takes away a lot that could have been there. Because I really feel like if you spared Doey, it would have changed, like, kind of the momentum a little bit. Unless I'm just giving the game too much credit, because, you know, could also be doing that. Going back a little bit, like, backtracking again a little bit on, like, having characters that stalk you. Huggy literally did that in Chapter 1. Why hasn't Huggy been doing that? Like, we didn't see Huggy in Chapter 2, and we didn't... Did we see Huggy in Chapter 3? I can't remember. But, like, I can only imagine, like, you're going through the game, and through each area, while you're focused on, like, the major bosses, imagine you turn a corner and you see Huggy, and Huggy just scrambles. Like, just, like, I mean, he schmoves, like, like, he bolts away, or, like, you know, swings into a vent or something, and, like, it closes behind him. Like, imagine you think you're safe, and then Huggy is just watching you. Right when you think you're safe, Huggy's there. He's watching you. He's watching you to report back to the prototype. Like, I feel like Huggy being the prototype's, little like security guard or like messenger would have worked really well, because Huggy's been watching you the entire time from day one. Like, that would have been pretty interesting, I feel. Um, I don't know, maybe that's just me. Cause I did think about it. I'm like, yeah, like, in the first game, Huggy did not attack you at first. Like, he would just watch you. Huggy gets aggressive later on because, well, you kind of, like, smacked him into the abyss. And I can imagine that, you know, wasn't very nice to Huggy. It's kind of why he's a little beat up. And I wish that there was an option, like, to, befriend Huggy. Like, I feel like the Kissy and Huggy scenes should have happened way earlier, so that Huggy could have been an actual ally before just getting murked by the prototype. Like, I feel like that was so dumb. Like, why would you tease them being, you know, like, allies and then just brutally kill both of them? Like, that is so dumb to me. But, like, you know, mob entertainment does what mob entertainment wants. So, you know, I guess we just don't gotta say anything. I mean, we literally don't. But, you know. What's this little thing look like? This little creature. This little creature. Do they have opposable thumbs? No, they have 3 fingers. I'm dumb. Alright. But yeah, back to what I was saying. So, yeah, like, I wish Huggy did more instead of just chase sequence, ooh, scary, chase sequence. Like, it is kind of annoying. Also, I don't, was it chapter 4, or was it, no, it was chapter 4, like, Harley Sawyer, like, being, like, Harley Sawyer aura farming the entire chapter. That alone, it made me mad when I finally figured out what the last portion of the game was, because I was so confused. I was like, what's going on? What are you doing? What's even happening? And then I literally had to, like, rewatch a playthrough, because I'm like, oh, you're killing his organs? Not like, and, you know, like, there could have been a button to shut off all of his organs and make them all stop working, but it's just really, what's the word? It feels a little lazy to not have Harley Sawyer, you know, be the little computer body, or the little robot body that he was hyped up as. You know, like, everybody thought Harley Sawyer was gonna be a robot-looking thing, but no, Harley Sawyer is just a bunch of organs in a toy factory. Because of course, why not? I know, that's what I'm saying. I liked Doey. I really did. I know a lot of people didn't like Doey. I know Queso was hating on Doey. I know everybody was like, "Oh, he's weird." Which, by the way, I agree with the people who were sad about Kianosaurus. First of all, why would you introduce a character to literally kill them in less than a minute? Less than a minute. What was the point of that? What was the reason? What was the reason for doing that? I don't know. I feel very bad because it's like, the only way that you know anything about Pianosaurus is, like, I think, like, the notes or something. Like, some lore note. But again, like, people aren't gonna just know that off the top of their head. Like, they're not gonna be looking for lore notes. They're just gonna be playing the game. So, you're saying that for people to understand and play your game, they have to look actively for tapes, for, like, pieces of paper. They have to do all of this stuff just so that they know what's going on. And I think that that's what Mark was saying. is that you shouldn't have to do all that just to know what your motives are as the main character, what you're doing, like when you're playing the game. Like you shouldn't have to do all that. And I agree. I agree with him. Not because I like Markiplier or anything. I just agree with what he said about Poppy Playtime. Um, like having issues and it being a little bit ridiculous now that we're about to be on chapter 6. Um, because yeah, like they have to wrap it up soon. I don't I made a joke saying that they're probably gonna go all the way to 10, but now it seems a little bit more viable that they would do that. Like it seems a little bit more like they would do that now. And I'm just like, "Oh boy. Oh boy." Like I hope they don't do that. I hope they stop at 6. I'm not gonna make the joke that I was gonna make because it's kind of dumb. But I hope that they stop at chapter 6 because Harley Sawyer is in that. Um, the prototype is in it. I was also disappointed at the death of Yarnaby. That death was ridiculous. Excuse me, 1 second. Like, not gonna lie, I thought Yarnaby was really cute. And then they just killed off Yarnaby too. Like, too many characters died in chapter 5. I mean, not chapter 5, in chapter 4. And I was like, damn, like, it could have been cute. Like, also, again, imagine if you could tame Yarnaby, and you got Yarnaby to be on your side during the Harley Sawyer boss fight. That would have been cool. But no, you don't get to do that at all. And it's kind of sucky, and it kind of sucks a lot. Um, and I'm focusing too hard on drying hands, because of course I am. Yeah. But yeah, like Yarnaby's death had me really sad. I was like, aw, it was just a puppy. But also a literal human child who was forced into this toy's body by a doctor who exploited him um for his own gain. And I was like, damn, like that really sucks. And again, you don't find out this information like at all unless you are a lore nerd, pretty much. It's like again, like it's dumb. Like why must we be why must we have to know every single piece of lore to know who a character is? Like fundamentally. Like it's a little dumb. And then like for Pianosaurus it's the same thing, I was disappointed. I was like, oh man, we're getting a dinosaur that we can actually see? Oh my goodness. Because that was another thing I was disappointed about, is that Braun is never an actual threat. I thought Braun was going to be a boss. A big bad, if you will. But Braun never became anything other than a boring, like, I don't even know. I don't even know how to describe it. Like, Braun is just boring in chapter 5. And I was really disappointed because I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, we finally get to see actual Braun because apparently it's actually Braun. And I'm like, okay, so this is what Braun has been demoted to? And this is coming from somebody who likes dinosaurs, by the way. Like, I love dinosaurs. Um, you know? And Pianosaurus dying almost immediately, and then Braun not having any sort of relevance other than the animals being like, when Braun eats, we all eat. And I'm just like, brother. It's scary too. Like, they could have done something scary with it, where they could have made Braun, like, say something, like, look at you and say something like, it hurts, like, or something, like, I don't know, like, something's inside of Braun, I don't know, like something scary, but they don't do anything. It's so disappointing. Like, it is so disappointing. And I feel like that's just the antithesis of what everybody is saying, is that Poppy Playtime is really disappointing. Like, they build up hype only for it to be dwindled down after you play the game, because they don't like do anything with all of the new characters that they like keep bringing up. And it's not like I hate every new character, because I really wanted to like Giblet. I was like, oh, his design's cute, his motivation interesting. You know, I wish we had Doey so we could, so that they could talk and we could, I don't know, learn more about them. But no, they just, I don't know. I don't know anymore. Ugh. Exactly. Like, I completely agree with Mark when he's like, it's just the chase sequence game. That's all it is. And then it's like, it really is just disappointing, because it's like, if that's all I'm gonna do, but like, it's either you're getting chased, or you're doing a stupid ass puzzle that's gonna take you like at least an hour to figure out, right? And if I'm gonna be spending that much time on a puzzle, it should be worth it. But most of the time, it's not. And then sometimes they have optional puzzles, which already doesn't make sense, because what do you mean optional puzzle? Um yeah, like, you have optional puzzles that mean literally nothing and do nothing to help the player or anything, other than just be another thing that, like, oh, here you go, here's another like prize or whatever, and it's like, okay, cool, but I didn't need that. I just did like freaking like probably like half an hour of puzzle work for a stupid trophy, for a stupid lore letter, when I could have been, I don't know, finishing the game. Like, it's really sad to see. Like, Poppy Playtime could have had so much more detail. And then, like, I guess since I'm talking about chapter 5 a little bit, in saying that, um, Lily love braids. I When I first saw her, I didn't think she was real. I did not think she was real. I was like, "Oh, this must be some sort of joke. They're fucking with me, bro. Like, it's she's not real." And then I watch people play the game, and I'm like, "Oh, no, she is real." Luckily, I didn't get spoiled about the prototype's design, but when I saw the prototype, I was still not very like I still wasn't very, like, super excited or pleased with the design of the prototype, because, I agree with the people who are like, the design of the prototype doesn't make sense, because it's literally supposed to be the prototype of Poppy, so why is it not, like, a doll or something? And I kind of agree with that sentiment. Um, but yeah, I do think Lily was random. I wish that she was sort of like a normal toy like the rest of them. And apparently, I think, don't quote me, but I think that her design is too early of a concept for when everything happened. And like, according to like the actual lore and the year that like the Hour of Joy or whatever took place and all that jazz, because I don't really remember everything. um but yeah, like, her design is so glaringly different from everyone else's that it's just like, she doesn't feel like a character like from Poppy Playtime. She just feels like a random character that was inserted for, like, I guess just for people to have something new to look at. And, like, it's not the worst thing ever, but, she's still very random. I do like how her voice actress does really well. Like, she makes Lily sound very, like, I will say she makes Lily sound absolutely psycho, and it works. But I just wish that Lily Lovebraids worked as a character, because she really doesn't. She's not scary, even though Poppy Playtime really wants you to be scared, but continues to make characters that aren't scary. um, you know, like I'm not saying make them dirty like they do in FNAF Security Breach, but can we make them a little scary, please? Like whatever, I don't know. Um, but yeah, like she's not scary. Um, I honestly think it's hilarious. Some of her lines are hilarious. Like if you like the one Easter egg that most people don't even know about, where like she'll just kill you if you walk away from her and you don't come back in time. Like she just kills you. And I think that's funny, because it's just like you ignore her, and so she just kills you just because you ignore her. I think that's a fun little Easter egg. But again, you don't really get to spend much time with Lily Lovebraids, you know, before the prototype comes in, and I guess, like, I'm pretty sure the prototype literally just runs away. Like, it just runs away during the tea party. And I'm just like, okay, I guess. Like, what was the point of the tea party? I wish I knew. Like, I have no idea why the tea party existed. Like, I don't know. Because it really felt kind of dumb. And then I also wish you could have spared Lily. Like, imagine you're about to kill her, right? And she's slipping, but as she's slipping, she's like begging you to save her. And, you know, like she's like apologizing too, like just like Joey. And, you know, if you save Lily, that means that the prototype's not going to be on your side, but that also means that you have more power and more leverage since someone else is on your side. Again, the more allies you have, the better. So, like, imagine if you could collect them like Pokemon. Like, you could collect Yarnaby, Joey, and Lily, and recruit them onto your team. Like, still kill Harley, obviously. Or, I guess not kill him because he fucking comes back, but, like, I don't know how that works. I really don't. I don't know how it works. But yeah, like, imagine you collect them all, and then at the end, when you're faced with the prototype, like, they all help you. And, you know, like, you save Lily, and Joey, I can imagine Joey would probably be able to communicate with her in an understanding sort of way, because they both tried to kill you. Even though Joey's a child, or made out of children, and Lily is literally just Miss Gracie, who mind washed the children, so I don't know how well that would go. But I can assume that, like, you know, like maybe she snaps out of it and goes back into being Miss Gracie, instead of Lily. And like Joey also like understands this, and they have like a little talk about it or whatnot. And like I can imagine them like helping you with the prototype, you know, because the ending was, I don't. I'm trying to think of what the ending was exactly. Oh yeah. The ending was when they like brought back Harley. And I've seen people's theories about it, and I'm just like, I don't really care too much about Harley. I like his voice actor. His voice actor does a damn good job. I really I know people really like Harley Sawyer. And I don't really care about Harley Sawyer. I just really like his voice actor, because his voice actor does a really good job at making Harley sound like he's ore farming like all the time. It's like the best thing ever. Like, it's just funny to me. It just is. And I think that's it for Hoppy. Yeah. What else was I thinking about? Oh! The one guy! Chumkins. Yeah, how did I forget about him too? Like, well, I mean, I know how, and I know why. Chum literally appears for like 5 seconds too before disappearing. Which, by the way, where did Chum go? Are we gonna see Chum again? Probably not, and if we do, Chum's probably gonna die. And I just... It's very confusing to me, because why is Giblet the only one that we see after, like, basically almost dying? I don't know. Like, I have a lot of questions that are left unanswered by Poppy Playtime, and I've come to the realization that it's just, like, I'm just gonna have to wait until everything is out to fully understand and collect my thoughts on it, because holy moly, there's a lot. Okay. Low-key, though, I do agree, like, I think that they are kind of scared to do anything different, or to, like, make the game scary. Because people see Poppy Playtime as, like, baby game. What? Wait, I'm reading the comments, hold on. I mean, I'm reading what you guys are saying. What? Oh. I think I know that. I think I know that game. Who did I see? I don't even think I saw people finish that game. I don't even, hold on. Now I'm gonna check Steam after this. But yeah, like, Poppy Playtime had a lot of potential, I agree. Like, it could have been great, but they dumbed themselves down. And I feel like a way of telling is when they start releasing plushies and releasing merch like nobody's business. And I feel like that's why they had a lot of drama. Like, they had the stuff with the NFTs. I was about to say NPC. Oh my goodness. They had the stuff going on with the NFTs. And then they had, like, more stuff, I think. Like, the team that originally worked on chapter 1 and 2, I think, didn't work on the other chapters, and that's why the newer ones are so different, which is an issue for me, because I'm just like, why couldn't y'all just stick to the original plan? But whatever, I guess you guys just want to be money hungry and take from literal toddlers, because those are the people who think that this game is scary, because it's really not. And I just, like, there are so many elements of Poppy Playtime where you can make it scary. Like, again, if instead of encountering Lily Lovebraids, you encounter Miss Gracie, or, like, instead of Lily Lovebraids being a weird, like, Polly Pocket looking thing, she was, I don't know, some kind of, like, new, or maybe not, like, imagine if she was just, like, something else, like, that we've seen before, you know? Like, that would have been interesting. I wish we could have seen all of the smiling critters, whether they be dead or alive. And I wish we could have also had Dog Day as an ally. Like, Dog Day could have fought Catnap at the end of chapter 3. And the prototype could have taken Catnap. After, like, while Catnap was, you know, trying to get up after being fought by Dog Day. And that would have been cool. But no! Like, I have so many thoughts about what could have been that didn't happen. And then everything being chase sequence, instead of it being actually scary or doing something different. You know, like, I feel like a lot of modern indie horror games are just about jump scares. And I fear that people are forgetting psychological horror exists. that you don't have to see the monster to know that the monster is there. You just have to hear it. You I can't speak English. But I'm pretty sure you guys understand what I mean. I'm getting so heated about such a stupid game. Like, Poppy Playtime is not that serious. I'm just goofing. I'm goofing. It's really not that serious. Yeah. Exactly. Like, oh my goodness. Like, once your franchise starts having content farms made after it, you know you gotta change up your game. Because if your stuff is being read as for kids, you're done. And it's a horror game. This is why people think horror games are okay for kids. This is why this is why. Let me look them up. I do forget what they look like, I'm not gonna lie. I just, because there's so many of them. Like, I genuinely forget what some of them look like because they only show up for 5 seconds and then die, and I'm like, oh shit, what was that character again? And it's sad because it's like, man, like, I wish they could have had more, they could have done more. It's obvious that, you know, they weren't supposed to be one-off characters, I think. You know, and at first I thought I wasn't gonna like Doey's design. And I'm not saying that it's good or anything. I don't really think it's that good. But, you know, like, it's not the worst. I don't know how I'm gonna draw this, actually. It's probably gonna look like they're cuddling. I don't know. I don't know. His neck is kind of weird. I don't know how to... Okay, hold on a minute. Jesus Christ. Oh, God. I'm thinking. But yeah, Poppy Playtime is really an interesting subject when you think about it in the grand scheme of things, of like how horror has really kind of gone down the drain, especially in like the indie video game genre. And I wish that there was more of it. Like, I know that there are games like No, I'm Not a Human, which it's not that scary to me. The premise is, like, you know, there are suddenly aliens, and, you know, your next door neighbor could be an alien and you just don't know or whatever. Like, sure, the premise of it's scary, but it's not actually scary. And that's what a lot of these things, struggle with, is just not being scary. Sorry, I'm really focusing for no reason. I don't know why I am. I don't know. Holy moly. No. I know why. There we go. There we go. I fixed it. But yeah, like, they could have done so much. They could have made it good, but they didn't. And it's disappointing. Very. And it makes me sad. Like, there was definitely potential, and they just ruined it for the sake of, oh, we want to make merchandise that the kids like, because if their kids tell their parents, Mother, Father, I want a Huggy Wuggy plushie, we're gonna get all the money. Like that. I feel like that's their mindset. It's just, we want kids to be attracted to the game, but oh, it's still a horror game though. We still want you to take it seriously, and it's like we can't because it's not serious, and you market it towards children. So what are you supposed to do? Like, oh my god, I'm getting so heated about stupid game. Looking. My goodness, I really don't like the design for Pianosaurus. It looks very odd, but I will not judge. I shan't. Um, I fear that I'm definitely doing things that are out of my territory right now. I don't draw, um, like, I really don't draw this kind of stuff, like, at all. And I think it's kind of funny. Yeah, it does have that. Why am I focusing so much on this? I don't know. I really don't. I don't know. Also, um, I guess I'm just saying this for reference in case anybody, like, didn't know, but my pronouns are they, he, or he, they, vice versa. It doesn't really matter to me. Like which, um, like, iteration. I think my pronouns are in my bio. I have no idea. Literally. Oh my god, Pianosaurus in space! Wait, does he have... Yeah, okay. He does have, he got the little fangs. Like, I can imagine them being friends. I don't know why they killed... I don't know why they killed Pianosaurus. That's so dumb. So very dumb. Okay, wait, give me a second. Sorry, I'm just very sick. Every time I pause, it's because I'm like actively blowing my nose. I don't know. Maybe it's because my room is always freezing cold, and I refuse to have it um be hot in my room because I'll die of heat stroke or something like that. Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Like, you cannot take Poppy Playtime seriously. Like, at this point, I am gonna start treating Poppy Playtime like Ban Ban. Because why should I treat this game seriously if it doesn't even, like, treat itself seriously, but wants you to treat it seriously? Like, if the first thing you're gonna do is sell merch of a character that we haven't even seen yet, why should I care? Why should I care? Like, genuinely, why should we care about any of these characters if all that happens to them is, oh, they're here. Now they're not. Like, I don't know. I don't. It feels very counterproductive, in my opinion. Also, I do have, uh, YouTube videos that I'm gonna work on, like longer form ones. So, by popular vote, Waterboy has won. I will be drawing him. I made a little sketch of, not digitally, but like traditionally. I made a little sketch of what I want him to look like. And I just, like, that's another game where I feel like they could have done more. Like, Dispatch, to me, was disappointing. It was disappointing for me. And I haven't played it, and like, I know some spoilers from the game, but not everything. And I'm fine with that. Like, I'm fine with not knowing everything about the game. But it just makes me sad because there are a lot of aspects of it that I wish were better. Um, like, I could go into a lot of detail about the things that frustrate me about Dispatch, but I won't because I don't think it's worth it to just get mad at something that's not gonna change, because I'm pretty sure they said that they're, like, done with it or something. Um, so I'm, you know. And this is coming from somebody who draws Flambe, Robert, and Waterboy, like, a good, like, I've drawn them numerous times. So, yeah, like, I, you know, I would say that I can speak on this topic, you know. Uh, but yeah. Like, I don't know, I feel like a lot of games nowadays are either hit or miss. And it's just really difficult to find a good game. Um, because, yeah. Wait. I don't know, how are we feeling about this? Are we thinking that this is cute? Are we thinking that this is cute? Because I don't know, I think. Okay, that's good. Methinks. And that... I don't know. Doey's face has always been my dilemma. I just... His face... His face is so... I don't know. I don't know. I do miss Doey. I miss him. Bring him back, Mob. Bring him back. They won't. They brought Harley Sawyer back, but that's because he was ore farming so much they had to bring him back in order to get freaking more money. And that's another thing. They priced these games so fucking high, bruh. Like, why why am I playing a $30 game? I mean, not me, but like, why are people having to play a $30 game where most of it is just chase sequence? Like, they don't know what's going on, they don't know what they're doing, all they know is that they're being chased, and that, oh, here's another objective, here's another objective, here's another objective. Do you have any idea what you're doing? Nope, all you know is that you're in a toy factory, supposedly. And yet there's this Bioshock dome and a facility where they experiment on kids and a whole bunch of other shit, you know? Like, it's just like, whoa. Whoa. What's going on? Like, Zoink Scoob. You know? I need a Teto plush, bro. I need a Teto plush so bad. Okay, Loki, this is kind of cute. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think I will fight him. The source material versus what I'm actually doing. Oh god. It kind of I guess I kind of did woo fine, but like come on. I don't know. I feel like it's fine. It's fine. Oh no. Wait. Okay. Um do I care about what these hands look like? No, not really. I don't really care about what they look like. I'm just drawing them. Like, if I was making an actual drawing of Doey, obviously, I'd make the hands look more like hands, but I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just running with it at this point. Like, I don't know. I like Doey's design. I know I probably keep saying it, but I think it's okay. Like, he's just a Play-Doh man. He just made a Play-Doh. What more can you ask? I've definitely wooified him. Like, his voice would not match this. Don't think at all. I think it's cute. I think it's cute. And this is this is coming from someone who does not draw these characters. Like, I've drawn Doey traditionally, but I've never drawn Doey out by a computer. Like, ever. I don't draw Poppy Playtime characters, bro. This is so funny to me. I think I could do maybe we could do one more. Because I do want to work on an OC video. Tomorrow. I have a lot of stuff to work on. Like, I have merch stuff to work on. I have like a million fandoms that I like, or not fandoms, but a million like animes and stuff that I like, in video games, and I have not started like designing stuff for them yet. And I don't design merch with the intent of having people buy them. I make it for myself. I make it because I want to buy it for me. Like, I genuinely, I want it. I guess I could show you guys because they're gonna be up tomorrow, so I can show you guys. Hold on. Let me see. Like, here's Fallon from Dungeon Meshi. I was talking about her earlier and how much I love her. And then Chimera version of Fallon, because I love her, and I think it's cute. I think it's cute. I've never drawn a Chimera, you know, but we tried. Did I? Hold on. Ignore this. Ignore what's on the screen. What else? Oh yeah, and then for some reason, I was like, man, I don't have Puchta, a part of my Chainsaw Man collection, so I had to do Puchta. So we have that. Let me save this really quick. Okay. Then let me close this. Okay. And then let's see. Do I have anything else? I think so. Maybe. Maybe not. I might be done. I do have Thistle. Yeah. I also forgot about Thistle. So there's that too. But yeah, so those are all the new ones that are gonna go a part of like existing collections. But I have like I have a lot. I have a lot to do. Oh, um, so let me see. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can just show you guys. Let me save this. I could just. I mean, if you guys want to, I can just show you my store, like right now. If you guys, if you want to see. Okay, give me a second. Okay, so I did take some stuff down because I have to put it back up. I have to change things again. I have a lot of stuff to do tomorrow. I have to put some keychains back up because I fucked it up. Because of course I did. Give me a second. Let me see. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay, we're good. But yeah, this is how I normally. Oh my gosh! This is how I normally price stuff. So for like pins, they're $8. And then for keychains, these were a part of like the Pride collection I did last month. Um, they're just the Vocaloids. But I priced them at $10. Yeah, I have a lot of them. Sorry if I'm going too fast. I'm very special. I didn't think about that. And I have stickers. These are the new ones that I made, and I love them. They're so cute. I literally want all of them. Just like I think they're cute. They're cute to me, so that's all that I really care about. Um, but yeah. I have stickers. Like, so far I have stickers, keychains, and pins. And those are probably just going to be my main items for now until I start doing prints. Like, I have print stuff that I have to make. Like, I want to draw up something for them. But yeah, so like stickers cost like 4. Not like they do. Stickers cost 4, pins cost 8, and keychains cost 10, except for these ones. These ones cost 11, apparently. I forgot. I don't remember why the Vocaloid ones cost 11. I might honestly just redo them in their, like, normal colors. Maybe, probably not. In, like, probably not. probably not in the no, probably not for a while. Is what I need to say. Oh my goodness. What was I doing? Yeah. Okay. Oh my gosh, thank you. I'm just now checking to see what you guys are saying. I'm so goofy. But thank you. Uh, I I'm not gonna lie, it kind of does take me a while to make designs for all of my keychains and stuff. And I have like uh hold on. Let me see how many it says I have. Let me see. Let me see, because apparently I have a lot of stuff. Where? 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 Oh god, I can't. Is it not gonna tell me? Hold on. Okay. I don't know how many I have. Question mark. Okay. Oh. Oh. Okay. I'm looking and it says I have over 200 items technically. That's crazy. That's crazy. I mean, if you guys, listen. I can pull them up right now if you guys like. I have the files for them. Hold on. Yes, I do. All right. I hope that it's not like bad. So, I'll describe it for everybody. So, Miku is supposed to be MLM colored. And I'm gonna change the background so it's not bright. So Miku is supposed to be MLM colored. And then Teto is supposed to be bi-colored. Like, I was using the colors from the flags. So that's kind of why they turned out a little bit bright. Neru is the non-binary colors. And then Mako is, the Willowa, the lesbian colors. Which, by the way, Mako's took me so long because I was like, do I want to make her hair red or do I just want to make it brown so that I don't have to like mess her up? Because I really like her. I think she's cute, and I felt bad about like I wanted her to look like her. I wanted you to know that it was Mako. And then Kaito is supposed to be trans mask flag. I love Kaito. And then Luca is supposed to be the trans femme flag. I like her too. And then Rin is supposed to be the pan flag. And then Len is the Aero Ace flag. And then Gumi is the gender floor flag. Which is a new flag that I found out about. It's probably not a new flag. I'm just saying it's new because I found out about it. My bad. Anyway, I did like the color palette for it, so I associated it with Gumi. I was really debating on what color I wanted her hair to be, and I was like going back and forth, but I don't know if it looks that good, but you know. And then Gakupo is the gender fluid flag. So yeah, that's all the Vocaloids. And mind you, whenever I make merch, the way that I do, and it's not even just for merch, like whenever I make posts, if I post multiple drawings, it's because I finish them all the same day. So whenever I make batches of keychains and stickers, it's because I finished them the same day, and I've either, you know, um, like I'll finish everything in one day, and then the next day put them all on the store at the same time. So yeah, I probably shouldn't do that. And also, yes, I definitely agree. I definitely woolified Doughy, but I think it looks, I think it looks cute. It looks stupid, and I like it. A pizza Huggy, Hoppy Hopscotch, and a woolified Doughy. I love it. Am I even? I'm not spelling that right. Hold on. I can't spell either, unfortunately. Um, no, I did. Okay, okay, okay. Um, Loki, I really want to show you guys the dead plate thumbnail. I did it right before the stream, but I can't. I mustn't. I mustn't. I mustn't spoil. Oh my god, yeah, I do believe Mako is very underrated. Like, it is, like, I think she's severely underrated. Um, do I have anything else? Do I have anything else? I think... Ooh, going through all of my files, and it's just years of my art. Like, I have unfinished art from, like, years ago. And I still have it just cause, for some reason. Oh my goodness. You know, this is probably why my drawing tablet is, like, so... It's dying. Yeah, I literally don't think I have anything else to finish. So I have to do everything tomorrow. But yeah, I think that's it. I think this is where I'm gonna end it. Don't want to keep you guys too long, but I appreciate you guys and I appreciate the crazy, wacky conversations we have. I know I'm not the best at structuring conversations, and I definitely backtrack and fast forward way too often when I'm talking. But I'll try to work on that. Um, like hopefully, you know, I'll try to work on that. Maybe sometime in the future, I'll have I'll be able to make my own VTuber model when I have the time. Um, but other than, you know, what we've done today, I don't think I have anything else. So, it was nice seeing you guys. I'll see you guys later. Bye.